So let's bring up our next storyteller, Geovanni Gomez.
Hello. Thank you everyone for coming out. So yeah, like Nestor said, my name is Geovanni. This piece is called Almanac, and this piece is based around this term I came across when I was in college studying some sociolinguistics, as one does, I guess, and the term is language broker, which is applied to it's a recent term, and it was first applied to situations where the bilingual children of immigrants who don't speak English were charged with the task of translating for their parents, not just literally, but sort of like culturally, like if they get a letter from school, sort of explaining things, etc. That's language broker. Okay. So it's called Almanac. You're here not by any choice of your own. You're getting hip to the orchestrations behind your everyday, and I like that. But your self-pity is enough to make me sick, so let's get to it, because there's a lot of work to be done. You're a language broker before you're a translator. If it was as simple as literal meaning, you wouldn't be the one writing emails to the bank on mom's behalf, would you? You found the way to make your case and keep the car, to allow you to save face while also admitting you're broke, to ensure that the payments will be made once current circumstances are resolved. Not bad. Not, however, worth spectacular praise. Jesus could walk on water easy as pie. The thing is, you spent an hour, or you told your mom you spent an hour on the email. You wrote it in 10 minutes. You spent the remaining 45 minutes playing Neopets with a rage you couldn't consolidate at 12 years old. The worst thing to be is without the words. I'm not your speech therapy teacher and your 5 classmates who get out of math class twice a week because you lisp and stutter and say walk it instead of rocket. 4 years spent catching up on the dictations of a language, dictations that national borders managed to scramble more than they did declare. The worst thing to be is without the words, to dedicate mind space to backtalk to insults that won't ever be said except to yourself by yourself. At this point, you need to pick up on what I've got, a slick mouth. A slick mouth makes people listen when I speak. A slick mouth can make or break you. A slick mouth comes in handy when you tell a frat boy you could fuck his girl and suck his dick better than either of them ever could for each other, and who knew that was waiting there inside you all this time, sitting behind you, calculating how to be cruel as you clacked away on a keyboard an email that ended with your mother's name. Mind space. It's almost like a workshop, like the sea's mirror image of the horizon, like the grid lines the birds follow. It's where the brain works on maintaining sanity. The worst thing to be is without the words, to dedicate mind space to backtalk to insults that won't ever be said except to yourself by yourself. So I'm sharing this with you. Here's the catalog so far. Your journal since high school, books by Federico Garcia Lorca, your handwritten transcriptions of his poems, the notebook you lost in London, the poems on napkins and receipts written with pens you borrowed from the bartender, grandma's geometry homework, index cards with phonetic spellings, the instructions in 3 languages for the use of toothpaste, vacuum cleaners, and prescription drugs, you weirdo. The list goes on and on. I've got these and the cloud has the rest. I work with what I got. Here's something familiar, some good ones for when you write your poems in Spanish, which are going to be damn good and which you'll write when you are damn drunk. Cielo means ceiling, but also means heaven and the sky. Maybe it's not so weird how you lay on the floor and stare at the ceiling lamp when you're feeling down. Oración means sentence, but oración means prayer. In English, we've got sentences, but they're the kind you serve, as in prison. Yikes. Hoja means leaf, like a tree, but also loose leaf, like a sheet of paper. Haha, get it? Very good. Now the mind spaces connect, communicate with others. Think mycelium. Here's the ones that you need to see. Orange walls, jail record and forged signature, keychain collection, Shakira CD, Sandra Bland. Empty water bottles, chanclas worn down to nothing, Bible, 4 crayons, 7-year-old girl from Guatemala. Here are the non-places you'll build into bridges. These belong to no one. Here is when you said no to the Jehovah's Witnesses who approached you on the street. Here is him asking you if you spoke Spanish. Again, here's you saying no. Here's your smile. Here's his smile. Here's your mom's smile when you told her. Here's a harmless white lie. Here's the tumult of chisme, gossip by gossipers recruiting chismosa accomplices. Here's chisme with its own cadences, whispers, laughter, humiliations, questions, exaggerations, and confirmations. Here's the Wikipedia article for your mom's hometown, the Google Maps satellite search where you saw the dust road and the chickens, the calendar with each month representing the cycles for the harvest of maize. Now the mind space grows brighter. The words glow so bright you can't read them anymore. The more you try, the more they change shape. They're not what you mean anymore. This is the only way you gain access to the other mind spaces. Otherwise, you're here all by yourself. This is your own doing. There's words aplenty, but what good are they in solitude? Unsee the non-places, and you betray the words and isolate them all over again. It's the worst thing to be without words, without their life reflecting your own, with nothing to celebrate or cry over. There's a lot of work to be done. You're not here by any choice of your own. You're a language broker before you're a translator. If you slip, there's still work to be done. If they put you on meds, there's still work to be done. If you drink till you end it and walk out, if you drop out, if you're catcalled, if your parents lose the house, if you max out your cards, there's still work to be done. If the words die of dehydration in your hands, and if you write the way to memory for everyone to see, and if you get shot in the street, and if you make someone wonder and doubt and fall in love for the first time, there's still work to be done. So get to work. The end. Thank you.